Yo, what up, y'all? It's Fella Mixed It, and today we're diving into static mixing, aka the foundation of every pro level mix. If your records ain't hitting right, I can almost guarantee your static mix is trash, but don't trip, we're about to fix that. Let's talk about what static mixing is really quick, and then we'll get right into the lesson. So, static mixing is the process of balancing your tracks before you touch a single plugin. That means no EQ, no compression, no reverb, no flexing. Just faders, panning, and gain staging. That's it. We're building the blueprint, the bones of your mix. Here's why that matters. Let's keep it a buck. If you're stacking plugins on a bad balance, you're just decorating garbage. Static mixing makes or breaks the vibe. This is how you get your vocals to sit, drums to punch, and melodies to shine, all without overcooking the session. So what we're going to do is we're going to go step by step, right? I want to mention step one that I always do. I always organize the session, or my assistants do, right? I used to, now they do it. So I have them color code, right? I have them label the tracks. I have them put my drums, bass, instruments, and vocals in order, and my session looks organized. Keep this in mind. If your session looks like chaos, your mix probably is going to sound like it as well, right? Then once they do that and I get it, then I'm able to do what I'm about to show you, set some rough levels with the fader. So let's switch over. Let's listen really quick. Now, a couple of things I want you to keep in mind. You're probably not going to ever get a session like this. This is for tutorial purposes. Most of the time when you get something to mix, unless it's yours, the levels are going to already be set based on how the producer or artist or whoever, A&R, whoever is wanting it to sound when he gets to you. They want you to take it to the finish line. But I want to show you how to do it from scratch. So if you ever have to do that, you can know how to do it, right? So as you heard, it's loud and obnoxious. The master fader peaking crazy, hi-hats, all that stuff is just loud. What we want to focus on in setting rough levels with faders is we want to start with the most important element. 9 times out of 10, that's the lead vocal or the kick, right? You bring that up, then you slowly bring in the other elements. There's no plugins. We're just going to feel it. We're going to let the music tell us when it's there. So let's do this first. Let me group everything. Let me bring everything down, right? I group that. Let me bring this back up to unity. Let's listen now. All right, cool. This is a good starting point where I like to always start. So we're starting like this. You're like, man, that is low and I can't really hear anything. Good, because we're going to start out with the most important element. And in this one, because I know this record, I actually produced this track and this song is out there for consumption. The artist is Daryl Good. The EP is Life as of Now, streaming on all platforms. Go check it out. But back to the tutorial. In this one, it was this. That's the most important element because that's going through pretty much the whole song. So I'm going to start there. And then I'm going to go with the kick. Now, because this was low at the time, I'm just going to go ahead and put in trim, boom, go back to unity gain. I'm going to already do a plus 12. I want 6 dBs on that. Maybe 12. All right, I can hear it now. Cool. right, let's set the snare level. All about the vibes. Now, don't be afraid that that's getting up there, because I still got about 3-4 dBs of headroom. Let's also bring the 808 up. Gotta hit a bass. All right, give it one more pass. So far, so good. I like where it's at, right? And, you know, for those people like, oh, but you use plugin. A trim plugin, it's like literally turning a knob on a console to make the signal louder. So technically, it's not adding anything, right, but volume. So let's talk about panning for space, right? So everything is kind of in the middle, because you see things even on the side, you know. That's a whole left-right thing. It psychoacoustically, it plays in the middle. Let's solve this really quick. Moving some things around. I want that kick in the middle like that. A little bit more volume on this. A little separation. Not much. Notice how space is being created. Oh, you heard that. I'm gonna just leave those out to the side like that. You can hear those Gold Dreams elements now. Let's switch over to this. Let's find some more elements to add into it. If we go to the chorus, you'll hear that we have something different. And yes, we have headroom, if you saw that. So notice what I did on the right side of this Discotech was I adjusted that pan knob, and it brought that particular sound into focus along with the Gold Dreams and the Ethereal. I think the Gold Dreams comes in here in a little bit, or maybe I misspoke. It was the Discotech. Sorry about that. And the Ethereal. Now it sounds like things are swimming and moving, right? Let's go back to that section really quick. Leading into it. So if you notice, I got one side of this Ethereal over here wide, but then I have these warm drums even wider. And then on the left side of the channel, the Ethereal sound is wider than the warm horn sound. And the reason for that is because I want it moving, because you can hear it moving, but I also want it separated where you can, distinguish it, because I'm not using any EQ or anything. These are just pan and fader moves. So you hear the horns more on the right side and the ethereal more on the left side, and that's on purpose. And then let's go back to the big kick. Still got headroom too over here. See, good vibes. That's what it's about. Good vibes, right? And that was the panning stage of it. Next stage is the gain stage and everything. As you notice, I've been doing that the whole time. I've been watching my gain staging because, one, I don't want to overload my master output, right? Hitting my converter, whatever you have. And so I'm minding my manners with the individual tracks and channels, right? So check it. Let's look at this snare and focus in on it, because it doesn't have a lot of headroom. But let's see what happens if we pull it back a little bit. Because I got the claps going now, but let's see what a snare is. Let's switch it up. So let's go back here. Still got a good level. And then if I want to bring it out, I can use all kind of things to like bring that particular sound out. But if you just listen to the vibe and the balance we're getting strictly from just static mixing, that's panning, gain staging, and fader moves, you can hear how easy you can get a good vibe on a track, really give it a good foundation. So when you do start adding plugins, it just sounds impeccable. And you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a quick bonus. I'm gonna add a couple of plugins just so you can understand the concept. Because a lot of times when people are showing you things out here in the world, they don't always explain thoroughly or give you an example. Is more conceptual. So I want to do both, give you concept and give you real world example. So like, let's take the snare I was talking about. Now, most of you guys are going to be like, oh, I would EQ it. I don't want to EQ it. I just want to make it sound more exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go for an exciter, right? I like this one. It's Neutron. All right, I'm going to go retro. I'm going to start it here, say at like 1K. And let's just go ahead and go crazy. All right. Of course, I don't want that much. Sharp. 5. One move. An exciter, right? What is this, a Neutron? I just grabbed it. That's fine if that's what you want. I don't want that because this song requires a different vibe. This is if I were adding plugins. I just wanted to show you that. Now, let's get rid of that, right? But that was just a quick example. And then, of course, the last thing is, you find your reference. Usually you want to stay in the same ballpark. Usually you want to stay in the same genre. You might have a favorite artist or producer that you really like, listening to or following their work. You can bring that into your session and A/B it to see if, hey, does my snare sound like theirs? Or do my hi-hat shine like theirs? Or are my vocals present like theirs? Or backgrounds panned or instruments panned? And that's really what you want to do on the reference side. But let's do this before we end the video. Let's skip down to this section and continue to do some static mixing. this in the middle. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. Vocal is the most important in this, because in the original song he's rapping also, but I wanted to show you on the music side. And I want it swimming like that, so that's why you don't hear me take this and put it right in the middle like I did the 808. And I also want this melody. Turn that up. The level I'm looking for is the level with the 808. The feel, the vibe. And I've matched it, right? Still got all that headroom. Because if you want to do mix bus processing and all that, after you get your static mix, that's where you're going to really want to apply it. Then you can start mixing into it, right? So you're mixing into it. Now every decision you make is based on the tone of the mix bus compressor as well as the settings, and you won't be working backwards. So guys, Fella Mixed It. I appreciate your time. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.